guys like this?
What are you apologizing for?
For playing Final Fantasy and being late, but this is not. This doesn't matter.
I'm going to point out you were way on time compared to me. I'm like a week late.
I just nodded at the camera like y'all could fucking see it already.
You could turn on the camera.
Same.
I'm tuning it right now because all of my lights have fucking changed apparently.
Well, that's good to know.
Just activate pro gamer mode and be done with it.
Activate
Google?
games.
There is a
Activate
pro gamer
mode.
Did it work?
Yes, it did. It changed my light to blue.
Changed your light to blue. That's pro gamer mode. Good to know.
The power of technology.
Yep,
I can do that too.
Power of tech.
it's okay. That's gonna be the first 4 minutes and 27 seconds of the fucking next video, because that's how long we talked about Google Play bullshit.
Wait, it was only 5 minutes? I thought it was longer than that.
I started recording partway through because we got bantering before I even had the software up.
Google, activate Smurf mode. Perfect.
Did I just turn your camera blue?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, we might actually run into somebody that knows what what the heck's going on tonight. That could be fun.
It's a
Oh,
trick.
yeah.
Get an axe.
Lies.
Okay, call.
When I see the big snack, I'm gonna hit it.
Boop the snake.
Boop the snack.
Boop the snake.
Snack boop is. Okay,
Boop all the
I need to
snacks.
Get Hobble and.
Hobble. How's Borderlands 3?
Called out.
Yeah, I
Called
know
out.
you're reading.
Oh, yeah.
I got a thumbs up. Apparently, Borderlands 3 is thumbs up.
Well, Borderlands, the series, has been generally well received by anyone who's ever liked the thing, so I would
so was
expect it.
I know. Yeah, Fallout was mostly good too.
Yeah. Yeah. This is 2019. We don't assume anything about video games.
Like
Yeah,
I
but
said
it's-
earlier, when people were talking about if it would be a success or not, feel 76, man.
It's different though. I'll point out that Gearbox has been careful with that property as opposed to, say, Colonial Marines. That one's still chapped.
It's very,
Still
very
shocked.
good. And I contemplated just being like, sorry, I'm late. Something happened, but I'm on stream, so I can't really be like, I don't know, my internet went down for a bit, and...
Yeah,
There
no,
was an
guys, I'll be right with
emergency.
you. Internet's
Yeah.
not working right now.
Yep, sucks. Just gobs in the chat. It's like, Hobble. Hi.
We can see what you're doing, Hobble.
Excuse us.
Sorry I couldn't make it here tonight.
My parents almost wanted to go see a movie tonight, so
I
because
mean,
apparently there's a theater next to the pizza place we go to on Fridays that's showing Far From Home for $4 a person.
I mean, that sounds pretty good. It's
Yeah.
worth watching.
They're only open on Fridays though,
Guess.
and they
that
only do one
sucks.
showing on Fridays and it's.
Is
during
it always
game
Far
time.
From Home?
No, they showed
Hi,
it
Pondo.
in once they got out of the theaters.
did the meme miss you?
Since I got home 2.5 hours ago, it's just been this.
No.
that
Constantly.
face looks so tortured, even though it's love.
Yeah,
I'm hoping
well,
if I snoogle her hard enough, she'll run away and stop screaming.
Did you find the revenge packages?
Speaking of cats, hi. What do you want?
Cats normally have revenge packages when you abandon them for the day.
Oh no, no revenge package was found.
I'm actually surprised. Glad to hear it though.
I have
Hopefully
only
you find
ever
it soon.
once. I've only ever once found a revenge package from this cat, and I had been gone for 11 or 12 days.
Oh.
So you might get a revenge package next month.
You gotta cross. 2 days is fine. 11 days is too much. It's somewhere in between.
Well,
Start
better
with
start
a
at
solid
10.
9.
Hi, Minion.
You'll have to tell me if you get a revenge package on the way back.
There we go. That's much better.
I may indeed. Okay. So, recap volunteers, or you can roll if no one volunteers.
What are we recapping?
What happened 2 weeks ago and
Did we
before?
play? I thought this was session 1. What?
Wait, we're not supposed to roll up with new characters this time?
you roll up a new character every week, man.
Lube Hunter. Lube Hunter.
I'll give you the short version then.
That's
How's that
amazing
sound?
with no context.
The short version is, while wandering through the woods, we heard someone complaining. We went to go check it out, found someone angry and someone dangling. We cut the someone dangling free, cut the arm off the one that was bitching. I tried to take up arms against them, and I got slapped like a red-headed stepchild. I got hit harder than Keeper trying to help. And I saw God.
Wait, which one?
That's always the good question. And when all was said and done, I wasn't dead. The other person turned around and said, well, maybe I'll just carry on my own. And we were having a debate as to whether or not we were going to let Steak leave with that new character so he could bring back his old one, or we are going to let him keep his new one and carry on.
I'm
new
still
guy we
listening. I'll
saved.
be right back.
This new guy we say just goes, thanks for the help, and runs away.
Essentially. I mean, that was the impression I got, that he was all set to fucking leave. I'm like,
Oh, listen, I don't know what I'm doing.
we know.
It's all right.
Obviously.
Literally just that picture of the dog in the chef hat, just staring at the camera like, what do I do? Help.
Ninja says hello, D&D crew.
Hello, Ninja.
Hi, Ninja.
I'm not a very good ninja if we know you're there.
It's a special
Maybe-
ninja.
Maybe he's a
mean-
distraction ninja so the other ninja can sneak in.
Or maybe that's the point, is he's done his job and now he's relaxing. So
Maybe
we
he's
might
been
have
here
a
the whole time.
revenge present somewhere. Yes, I just referred to
Well,
you,
if
Ninja,
you're
as a
talking
cat.
about Fail Ninja failed to succeed at failing and succeeded instead at doing the heist in GTA earlier on. So yes, did the job.
Is this the one you guys were working on yesterday?
No, this is a different one we were
Oh.
working on because we finished the last one we did, then we were doing a new one.
Oh, what heist are you guys on?
Humane Lab.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
We first tried the actual finale.
It's enjoyable.
It was.
For some reason,
Okay.
Pacific Standard's the one that sticks out to me as the rough one.
That's the one with the bikes,
1969.
right?
That would be why, yeah.
So, as I recall it, you all last left off late morning, after having vanquished Susan the troll.
Susan.
As opposed to Karen.
Yep. Susan the
Hey,
troll
Boop.
had
'Cause
captured
ripped souls.
one Tenor Blade and attempted
ripped
to
souls? You
eat
ripped
him
your souls?
for
Like the soles of your feet, or you
breakfast,
ripped your soul out of your body,
ostensibly.
or you're ripping souls out of bodies? Gotta answer that
Sure.
before you lurk, because like
He was hanging upside
fuck is
down
happening?
over the fire. The part that we didn't necessarily talk about is that when you cut him free, he fell into said fire. You know, got slightly singed. Appears to have gotten over it.
You
And
can't tell. He's
Nah, it's fine. He's a tiefling.
after you had vanquished the troll, yeah, you heard some grumblings about Orlunga, and Tenor was tottering off
all
in
right.
that direction after
You
having
enjoy
been
that Dark
pointed
Souls?
that way by Warwick.
I wish I could
Am
watch
I-
you
am
play
I
it because I
remembering
like
that
watching other
correctly?
people play it. But D&D.
Okay.
So
If y'all wanna talk to me about what happens from there, I guess we should start with Steak.
Come back to me. I forgot I hit the character answer to actually add the spells. So I don't have a character sheet at the moment, so give me 5.
I don't trust this new tiefling. I attack.
Yeah, no, I completely forgot to fill this out earlier, so I'm just gonna get as little as I can.
his
and get it to
character
work.
sheet.
Are you
Does
memeing or
Tenor
are you
look
really attacking?
prepared for a knife
I
in the
have it on
back?
D&D
joking.
Beyond, but I don't have any of the spells in
Just
Roll20.
checking. I have to assume you're serious unless you tell me you're joking.
No, like legitimately, it's on D&D Beyond and everything's good to go there. I said I was gonna put the
Right,
spells.
but you
over,
can't. Yeah,
But
you
I'm in the middle of the
can't
character
use-
answer, so I have to finish this to get to the spells.
Okay.
I'm going to be brutally honest. I feel inspired. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Boy, he
Okay.
yes,
No,
long shot. The bard
I,
sucks.
I legit forgot this. I feel
so zoned out.
So
He is the
the
weakest link.
tiefling toddles away,
He's just
and
cheap
you
buzzing.
all, I assume, are having a discussion about
Hello,
whether
Long. Hello, Perfectus.
you heard
Whether we should
that,
abandon him?
he's heading to Orlunga. Is that something that you're? I suppose you all are going to need to have some sort of discussion about that.
Orlunga. That sounds familiar. That's on the map, isn't it?
That's where we are supposed to be going.
Well, I mean, then lovely enough, we could, take his gear, tie him up, and take him along with us.
Yeah. All on mine, tying him back
I
up.
got the room in my pack without.
I mean,
small
as I
buzzing.
understand, he wasn't exactly very helpful during that whole fight with Susan.
He wasn't.
I don't need that. Just give me the spell list. That's all I
We
need.
could.
Now he's muttering to himself.
And
again.
from what I'm hearing, as he mutters under his breath, he doesn't actually know any spells right now, so we could probably take him.
I know what
He
I'm
could
Yeah.
probably be led in front of us.
already cast things. I'm a back. Where's the spells on D&D Beyond?
I just got this
Probably
image of him in the
Beyond
background, just like
Following well. I apologize.
wandering around back and forth.
Excellent trap finder.
All right, I like the sound of that.
The trap finder. So we bring him and let him go first.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yes.
Keeper, you're dark. And
If
coming
we
from
tie
me,
a
that
little
means
rope to
something.
him, we can actually retrieve him from some traps. Might keep him around a little longer.
I can heal.
No harm done. If there are no traps, he is fine.
So Shaggy looks over at this person and says, "We happen to be going to Orlunga too. If you want, you can tag along, and if you go first, I'll give you some Scooby snacks."
Are those a dog treat?
I mean, they're delicious, but what does it matter?
But a little bit, yeah.
It's basically just bread.
You're very judgy. When was the last time you ate, lad?
This morning.
Man, that's a long time. You must be starving.
I mean, we did just drop him out of a tree. Maybe he hit his head a little bit harder.
Did
than
you
we
get some
thought.
second
I don't
breakfast
think
at
he hit his
least?
head.
No, I didn't do a second breakfast. Whatever that is.
Awkward.
What about Thursdays? I don't actually know what that is.
Afternoon tea.
Did you have 11sies? Lunch? Second luncheon?
How much do you people eat?
I mean,
What's this about
Big
you
man,
people?
enough.
Well, not man.
I'm not sure I like your tone. You know what? We can just go without you.
What do you mean, you people?
Like,
What do
the
you mean,
collective
you people?
People as a group, as a whole, it's a whatever. It's a term where I'm from.
Where are you from?
I actually have this written down somewhere. Hold on. I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting to actually. I wasn't expecting to need this. I apologize. I
Brooklyn.
should have had this up. I am a bad player tonight.
I've had 2 people in my chat tell me the bard sucks, and I'm beginning to agree with them.
No, I will straight up tell you I suck as a bard. I don't know why I said I was gonna do this.
Well,
Yes,
Legit,
Steak was not expecting to play tonight, so he just thought, it'll be fine.
What are you perhaps born
No,
somewhere?
I was expecting to play. I just wasn't expecting. I
Philadelphia?
should have expected full interrogation.
So,
okay.
great side, I'm going to say
Yeah.
bards are the greatest.
Yeah, I'm just a really bad one.
I will say paladins are the greatest, but I'm biased. But bards are pretty fucking cool, just not this one.
Yeah, no, I suck.
Granddad was great.
For some reason, I decided to play a bard that doesn't want to talk and just wants to stab things.
That's
That's
not a
called a
bard, that's a
fighter.
rogue.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you grab the wrong character sheet when you
Hey,
put
you should try a
together this guy?
rogue next week.
College of Improv.
Okay. Small island known as Zakara is where I'm from.
Where him from? Where's he him from?
This first and third person thing is complicated while I'm trying to do spells. You know what? I got the interview on. I'll be fine.
This one's weird. Do we really want to take him? He might stab us in the dark. I mean, I don't gotta worry about it. He stabs me in the back. I got a shell, but the rest of you are kind of fleshy back there.
You know I can still hear you, right?
I think my vitals are out of reach.
Everything on you is out of reach.
You're
Yeah,
not.
Ninja. Steak never wants to show his face, so we just get a dice tray that has no dice in it. Just so you know, the camera doesn't want to read that properly, so your camera focus is terrible.
Why do you have it on auto? You know exactly where it needs to be focused. We should stop riffing on Steak and play D&D.
Yep.
I also have no idea how to change the
Is
camera.
that
settings,
Steak
I'll
with
be
just
honest.
dice? Yeah, Steak's Steak. Because
Okay,
Yeet
you know
has
what?
been
Hold on.
yeeted, Steak is now a dice tray.
Turn off camera.
I think technically
You
Yeet
telling
was
me your
yours.
camp studio doesn't have a demon or something on it?
Nope, that's Slime Rancher, not Face Rig. What am I doing?
There you go.
They use the same amount of RAM.
I've got extra now, though.
Are you gonna pick that demon face to represent your tiefling?
I have no idea what I'm gonna pick yet. It's
There's
probably
a
just
devil face in there.
there
Big
is.
dinosaur Ed Horns.
No, he
Dude.
can't use the dinosaur anymore. He gave that up when he became not the paladin.
Okay.
Fleshy. Yeah, fleshy. I might be
Alright.
saying they have big
Sorry,
booties.
what
You
was
don't
the
know.
last question? I'm being a really bad player tonight. I'm sorry.
I figured you done wandered off talking into the air about
The
something
question
called
that was
D&D.
The last question that I heard asked to you was, Orlunga, that's where we're going. Do you want to tag along? And then also, you said something about where I'm from, and you were asked, where's that? And you
The
went,
island of
I don't
Sakara.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
a little island
no.
called Sakaro, apparently.
Sakara.
Sakara. My bad. Sorry.
Okay.
It's my favorite
Okay.
Microsoft game.
See?
Why is there a... Yeah, I'm...
Oh,
not
that looks
moving.
trustworthy.
I know. Tieflings. Gotta love them, right?
Does he look trustworthy?
Better?
There we go. Nope. Less
That is
trustworthy.
not a tiefling. I'm not buying it. No.
Ed Horns.
They're a tiefling.
Hold on. I can
The
actually
back
add-
seat.
I can actually add horns, though. Yeah, no, Yeah,
Can add horns, but can't.
sorry. Zakara. Yeah, that is the current question in hand. I need to stop doing other things.
Alright.
Did you answer the question about whether you wanted to go with,
I was...
or whether you were going to go alone?
I certainly would say no to going with a group. Assuming, you guys also don't stab me. Like you think I'm gonna stab you for some reason.
I stab
So
him.
let me see if I get this straight. We rescue you, and the first thing you do is accuse us of being ready to stab you in the back?
You assumed I was gonna stab you in the back almost immediately.
Not even remotely.
You must.
I'm the one who invited you to come along. I mean, holy crap. Is there some... Keeper. Is there something about me that makes people think that that's what I'm going to do? Is there...
Well,
is it something on my face? Are there some horns, maybe? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to name that horns were some sort of judgment thing. I'm so sorry.
It's
Wow,
horn
you're really not
profiling.
helping your own case here. You know that?
You know what? It's
Well-
fine. Some of my best friends are demons, tieflings, and it's good.
Well, there is something about you that screams,
It just
I'm
screams.
in over my head, but
I will
Lots of
openly admit,
screams.
I'm more of a city person. Jungle's not exactly my element.
Jungles are beautiful. What
So
do-
how
what-
are you
what do
talking without
mean? How
moving
can
your
you not
mouth?
like the jungle?
Magic.
Huh.
limited telepathy.
Me being lazy and not wanting to move my camera. I've done enough stuff to delay the game as is. Let's just go. Let's just move on.
Lord. Alright, so he's coming with us. That's fine. He's not getting any out of my share. That's for bloody well sure. Oh, wait. We can give him Yeet's share, right?
Wait, you guys are getting paid to be here?
I'm getting paid to be here.
No.
I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Something like that.
Okay.
So onward. Let's go.
A strange truce, and you all amble off together.
Strange is very accurate, I would say.
Apparently, we're gonna amble off.
Can he go like 20 feet ahead?
We're not using you as bait, probably.
You seem very scout-like.
I'm really not.
I mean, you can go first, because you're nimble enough you'll get back here before anything eats you. I'm assuming old Susan over there got the jump on you because she wiped out the rest of your people first before she got to you. At least that's what I'm assuming.
Yep.
So there you go. Jack may be nimble, but your name's Tar?
Tenor.
Tenor.
Tenor. Right.
I'm sorry, tenor, as in a denomination of cash.
Tenor, as in the
As in like alto tenor.
musical range.
Do you
I thought
sing?
it was I mean
I'm looking
can.
forward to it. By all means.
Can I just roll a performance check and not sing, please?
You don't have to sing, though. I'm interested
Oh,
to know in what manner this singing happens.
I have questions. I don't actually think this person's really a bard.
I don't think
I
so.
think he may
either.
actually be an assassin pretending to be a bard.
How
He
would
doesn't
you
know how
like
to
the
sing.
bard? How would you like proof for bardism? I don't know.
You could sing.
Okay.
Do a dance.
Do something bardic.
Can I just? I'm just gonna roll.
Inspire us,
What sort of
Barge.
a what sort of a song would Tenor choose to sing?
Emo.
Honestly, it's
Rap.
more like I was thinking more like like Celtic stuff.
Mountain Mama.
Because that's
Like,
Steak.
legitimately,
Steak does
Celt-
not
Celtic
roleplay.
kind of
Steak
tunes
does
stuff
not.
similar to,
That's what he does. He also does not learn how to play. How to
Is
roleplay.
this a cappella? Is this accompanied
be
in
high
some
I
way?
pitched.
mean, I have a violin.
You
So-
have a violin.
Oh, so you're a violinist. You're not a.
D&D equivalent of a violin, but yeah.
So a fill.
I think it's a viol or however it's said, but yeah, more or less.
That's
You
a
got
real
meat?
thing.
I don't
feel
know.
it's a
That...
real thing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It just looked like a violin.
I mean, it's a little bigger than a violin, but yeah.
So is a viola.
That's what. Wait, is
I
he
wonder
saying
if
viola
they're,
and he's
like-
pronouncing it veal?
No, like legitimately in the character sheet, it's VIOL.
Yeah, there is a veal.
Okay.
So
He's playing a small baby cow. Okay.
I thought that was lamb.
Meh.
More cowbell.
That's
Dang.
not even a pop culture reference.
All right, yeah. So, I guess just do a little ditty on a violin equivalent or whatever it is.
Veal.
yeah, veal. So performance.
For the you can roll performance. That's fine.
Okay. That is a +5. It's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be
Okay,
a
so-
long night.
So a passable tune proceeds from the stringed instrument that the bard produces from his bag.
Jungle humidity is really not good on these strings, so might be a little off key.
Exactly what an assassin would say.
Okay.
Wouldn't an assassin have like a dagger or something though?
Here's the fun thing.
You came out here with what weapons?
2 kopeshes. They're reskin scimitars.
Got it. Here's the fun thing.
I'll stop playing D&D for this. Or Borderlands for this.
Veals?
I'm so sorry.
Veals are actually closer in body size relation to cellos.
Cellos, yeah,
Are they?
it's not
Ah!
small.
Are they seriously that big?
Yeah, violin, viola, viol, cello.
Oh shit!
Oh.
You're
So let
going
me
out in
get
the
this
swamp
straight.
with an instrument that's bigger than
Why don't
you,
you put all your
and it's
gear
like
in?
looking at a wounded gazelle on the Serengeti.
Why is that only? Hold on.
So let me get this
What's
straight.
the
He's
full
walking
reveal?
around the jungle.
Why is it only a pound then?
Because D&D is weird.
Because it's hollow. Duh.
So let me get this straight. He didn't actually get caught because his teammates, he was doing something valiant and going to go save his teammates. He got caught because he got this giant ass thing on his back.
Yeah, he's essentially. It's not so much cello size as it is you've got a slightly oversized guitar on your back.
Unless you rework that right now.
Yeah.
Wait, can he be El Kabong?
Oh, kabong!
We already got
Sure.
Shaggy. Let's do one more Hasbro.
Honestly, you know what's really funny out of all the things? I understand that reference.
Of course you do. It's fucking reruns forever and ever and ever and ever.
Steak,
All right. Yeah.
have you ever seen The Weekenders?
No.
Sure.
It was. There's a character on there who plays something that's pretty similar in size. It's fine. It's American animated television that I forget that Steak is legitimately almost a decade younger than me.
And lives under a mountain.
I mean, so did I. I still have seen The Weekenders. I assume there's a chance if I've seen it that maybe Steak has.
All right. Well.
Tishy Katsufrakis. Anyways, that's a complete side note. I tried to adjust glasses that aren't on my face. It's fine. You all decide a little apprehensive. Well, so a passable but not great.
I think I know where they
Are
send
we
them out in
going
the
with
middle of the
fiddle?
jungle.
Are we going with more like fiddle size?
Can we
Ins-
please?
That's fine.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
God.
Like some kind of viola.
Or a
Right.
violin or something.
So dashingly,
Mini vittles.
the bard pulls from within the bag at his side an
Dashingly.
instrument and performs something that sounds like a jig, though it doesn't blow you away with its polish.
Commence to jiggling.
Would
How
you
do
like a
how do you
Hindu?
response?
Look, the
Take a mulligan.
swamp
So you're new at the
humidity
job,
and
is that
wood
it?
and string instruments do not go well together. That's all I'm gonna say.
If
Are
you're
you
new at
gonna
the job,
try
that's
again?
fine. I was just curious, that's it.
I mean, can I try again?
You
The
were
fun-
offered by the party.
I'm gonna try again.
The fun part is
I'm gonna make sure nothing's gonna try to eat us while he's making a lot of noise.
Uh-huh.
the fun part is Keeper takes out a pair of pen pipes and starts freestyling along with.
I can live with the 16. That's better. I mean, I've rolled what I
guess
got
it should be
last time
perception.
before modifiers.
Oh, my perception's the same.
I will help Cube look for things.
You're paying attention outwardly to see whether there's anything in the jungle. This particular section of the jungle has been kind of cleared out by Susan the troll. And remember, before you found Susan, you had noticed that the animal noises were sort of suspiciously missing from this area. And so during the time that weird music and noise are happening and you guys are paying attention outwardly, it still doesn't sound like there's much of anything moving around you.
Listening to Steak trying to roleplay.
After a better performance from the person who claims to be a bard at the very least, what's next?
Why did you agree to do this?
Because you would like to get better at playing the game.
But this is not how you do that.
Sure it is.
How you do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Doing it is totally how you do it.
Yes.
Going, I don't know where my stuff is. Isn't really how you do it, but that's
Okay. I will admit, I
That's a
forgot.
very good steak.
All right. I forgot. I'll fill it out after the game tonight before I go.
So just to double check, does that mean that he's a fiddler now? Like, what is the instrument?
the
It's
instrument
basically a
is
violin.
like a fiddle sort of
Please no,
situation.
Steak. I never want to hear Steak and fiddle in the same
It's
sentence.
too late. The simple fact that Steak is playing a fiddler will forever be etched into my brain. That we're going to go places and he's going to fiddle for his money.
Nope.
Hey, diddle
He's going to go
diddle.
into places and
Steak
be like, I
plays
need
the
a
fiddle.
patron who wants to be fiddled for their cash.
No, Dijon, why?
Is it the
Because I
little
want
fiddle?
you to be forever
Fiddle
stuck
diddle?
with the image of Demon Face up there fiddling someone for a couple of coppers.
No, see, Demon Face I have no problem with. It's Steak Face I have a problem with.
You've
You
never
know
seen
what
Steak.
that is, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steak's face is just a helmet grill.
I'm convinced that steak doesn't have a face.
Hashtag mood.
Nah, we don't know that.
But we did put this into Longshot's head, who knows exactly what Steak Face looks like.
It's true.
Ooh.
You
No comment there.
Grin.
He changed characters. He's a tiefling now.
Yeah, that's why.
He's decided he's a tiefling bard instead of a lizard man paladin.
Okay, the bard part is still very much so up for debate, but on paper I'm a bard.
on paper you're a bard, and that's all that counts in this game. The rules are made up, and the points don't matter.
Let's go, Drew Carey.
Hi, lady.
Hi, lady. Indeed.
Susan's
I'm
back.
fairly certain
Susan's
that the rules are made up.
Sorry.
That was mean.
I think she watched some of what Snake was doing for RP. I'll be right back.
I'm concerned she may not be okay. I guess
safety.
this is what happens to everyone else when I giggle, isn't it?
Yeah.
More or less.
Welcome to the other side of the fence.
Oof.
Will?
Yeah. They told me to stop counting those when my legs went on sabbatical.
Yeah, it's 'cause you were doing a
My foot
half-assed
tastes
job.
very good, by the way.
Yeah.
Easier to roleplay my
What'd
ass.
you say? Cube?
I said my foot tastes very good, by the way.
According to
Fuck, what was
Longshot,
it I
he switched
said?
to this because it was easier to roleplay. And I've just...
No, I did this so I could force myself to roleplay to get better at it.
Yeah.
But-
How's that going?
Very poorly.
The bumps will work themselves out.
Stop
You
thinking
just
of
gotta-
what would steak do, and start thinking of what would my character do.
And just
What would anyone else do?
Not this.
Not steal a friend's dinosaur.
Oh boy.
I hug Bitey.
How's Bitey
Is
doing
he
today?
still trying to bite
Wait,
you?
let's
by
see
the
if I
way?
get bit. No, okay, I'm good.
Yeah,
Bitey, sort of like flops against your hand and rubs his head against it.
He's a good puppo. That's good.
I may have been inspired by certain puppos I spent the last couple of days with.
What would Brian Botano do?
Wait, so let me get this straight. The dinosaur is now just a corgi in a dinosaur body?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You got any problem with that?
We knew this was gonna happen. Oh my god, can I get a picture of Pan in a raptor outfit? That'd be cute as fuck.
Okay, I'm gonna Google that the next time we have a downtime.
You mean in 5 minutes?
You mean next time Steak needs to roleplay?
You mean right now, while Steak's trying to roleplay?
That would
So how's
be...
Orlunga?
Anyways, and we're marching, and the tiefling is ahead of us.
Pushing the bard out in front of you with a stick. I mean, no.
With a stick?
Are you really asking the tiefling to lead you? I'm curious about this.
I can keep watch from back here.
Okay. So
Wow.
you guys walk north as
Beautiful
directed
passion.
in the direction that Warden believes from the map and his preternaturally good navigation skills.
You've
the
trained
direction
him
you
well,
believe
Jules.
Orlunga to be for a couple of hours. And at a certain point, the tree cover opens and you see a short distance away from you, probably 200 yards, you see a massive brick and stone, like white, like sun-bleached limestone ziggurat rise from the jungle with 2 staircases that angle up across the front face, one from the right and one from the left, that meet at a landing, maybe 30 or 40 feet from the base of it. I believe you may have found what you were questing after. What do you do?
Is it bigger than it looked?
Bigger
Oh,
than
this
it
time you
looked.
realize Shaggy's actually eating these snacks.
It has to wash them down with coffee.
Want some?
Apparently.
They're delicious.
Detect. No, I thought you were offering the coffee.
It's tea.
Yeah, coffee's just ground the bean tea.
Leaf
It's
tea?
really not that wrong, though, actually.
Tea of leaf?
There's some very angry British people right now.
That's fine, it's my stream, they'll come complaining.
Hey, for viewers.
Tell the spiffing Brit. Anyways.
I'm sorry, what were we doing? Got distracted
Pim's
by
asking a
cookies.
question. Is it
Is the ziggurat larger than it appeared at the distance? I'm going to be very specific so that people don't get the wrong idea.
You're
This is
asking.
just a model.
What is this? A
Is
ziggurat
this-
for ants?
Yeah.
it's like nearly 100 feet tall.
If you
and
watch us, you know damn well we are full
probably-
of shit. But have fun.
Longer on each side than it is tall. So it's the largest building you've come across in some time since at least Camp Vengeance, maybe
I
longer.
mean, that doesn't take a lot.
That's
I
true.
mean, Camp Vengeance was kind of small to begin with, wasn't it?
The camp itself was rather large, but the palisade anyway.
I liked Camp Vengeance. It was a fun place. We met some interesting
which-
people there.
Which camp was that? Was that the one farther upriver, or?
You wouldn't know.
Alright.
It's an inside joke.
Character.
So,
We made some friends there. That's all it counts. It's all good.
Mhm.
And actually, wouldn't that be downriver from here?
It's a completely different river on the map, actually.
alright then.
What is
It's
he?
upriver.
Oh, okay.
So, previous experience with these sort of things is the closer we get, the more baby traps there's going to be.
Yup.
Who's good at finding those?
Traps, very dangerous. I point at the bird. You go first.
Is that investigation or perception?
Somebody give.
Oh
Shaggy
wait, they're
some
both plus
water.
3. It doesn't matter.
I think he's having a stroke.
Who's having a stroke? I hope not, out here in the middle of nowhere.
Cha 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 cha.
I walked right into that one.
Hey, isn't this place supposed to be magic or something?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Does it look magic?
Magic temples.
Does it taste magic?
Have we gotten close enough to lick
I
it?
knew you were gonna lick it.
Are you going to go up and do your customary detection?
It is a stone. He does like licking stones.
Gotta get his rocks off some way or another.
So,
I'm sorry. I have questions.
Don't. You don't want to know the answers.
Is ancient tradition among his people. Do not worry. I've seen
So-
many do it before.
as you approach, right, you see the two stairways cut into the first level of the ziggurat, and they each the 30 feet from like the bottom to the first like indentation, the stairway goes up. The second like step up of building, there's the same thing, and then again a third time it like goes up again, and then on the fourth like level there are some columns and what appears to be some kind of shrine, like a doorway.
Any writing or anything on the ziggurat itself?
That you can see from here.
I'd have to get closer. So
Yeah.
So you're walking up.
Yep.
As you walk up, you notice that the jungle, like all of the trees and everything, but almost right up against the structure itself, and the staircase, like the base of the staircase that you assume is, that you see on the face there, is covered in like roots and vines with flowers coming from them, and it's like a heavy layer of jungle lichen.
Kudzu. Well, it looks like nobody's been out here in this pisser for quite a while.
Can I
So,
stop and smell the flowers?
Yeah. The flowers are sky blue in color with yellow centers.
Are they?
I feel like we've heard something about that before out of character.
Blue
I've got no
flower.
notes. Y'all are on your own.
blue flower, red thorns, blue flower, red thorns, blue flower, red thorns.
are those the ones that make you bigger?
They're the ones that make you bigger. They advertise them every couple of weeks in your messengers.
I don't have anything written down on that. Shit, where's my book?
But you're the plant guy.
I know. Do I know what these is?
Uh,
I'm panicking a little.
What is all of these?
Flowers.
roll a nature check.
Oh, good, an int-based thing. I'm gonna use my inspiration from last time on this.
Okay. You don't recognize
call.
them.
Okay.
Let me check my notes on here. Unless Cube's already doing that.
Nope.
I want to at least feel like I'm helping. Can I roll something too? I don't.
What for?
I mean, if everyone's obsessing over these flowers,
Okay. You want to
guess-
take a peek at them? Roll nature.
nature, that's a +3.
I know how to tell if they're poisonous.
Is it how you find out if
that's-
something's magic?
They're very pretty and blue, and they smell very nice. They have like a light fragrance that reminds you of something familiar, but not. I mean, you haven't been here before,
Yeah.
so this is a new flower, but the smell is kind of familiar.
Good familiar or bad familiar?
Good familiar.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna search along the base to see if I can't find like a way in or runes or gotcha, you're all dead or something.
The stairs?
I mean, that goes up.
An obvious trap.
I mean, this. Also, aren't the stairs like one stair 30 foot, or are there actual stairs?
No,
you
there's
can
a
walk up?
staircase set.
Okay.
There are on either side of the corners of the base of the limestone building that you're looking at.
There's a
There are
stair.
flights of stairs that go up the sides of like this level of the ziggurat.
I start walking up the stairs.
Okay.
That ain't right.
You can
Oh shit.
you can climb the stairs as the first 10 feet. It's like you're dragging your feet through like thorny vines, and it's sort of difficult to do. After 10 feet, you continue to walk, and thorns start scratching your ankle. For each foot you move, you take 1 slashing damage.
Oh.
Are these all the way
Grandpa,
up?
tell him to stop.
The flight of stairs, it looks like there's another 30 or 40 feet in front of you.
Yes, but I mean, are
The-
these vines all the way up it?
To the next level, yeah. Looks
Okay,
like it.
so I stop partway through and I look
Mhm.
down and I lift up the fact that, there's blood appearing on my pants. And I'm like, dude, a little help here? I mean, you were happy with the shrubbery going through the woods. Come on.
I ask the thorns if I may pass.
Okay.
Excusez-moi.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I rolled a 18 on a nature check for the flowers.
Okay.
It's a natural 20, but I'm
Right.
dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb.
So you think back to your like studies as a child, right? About nature when your mother was teaching you about the natural world, and you think you remember something about bluebells growing in places of godly power or something.
Okay. So this is a holy place. PogChamp.
Don't mind the shit posting.
Yeah, don't mind the
That's
shit posting.
literally this group.
So you ask the vines to pass Pimps?
Yes.
Like you speak Sylvan to them and ask them to part for you.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. There's no response from them at all.
Damn, I would hope they say they
what-
shall not pass.
Warden,
Yes.
would you know of which deity tends to guard these forests?
Oh, that's a big question.
I think we've entered Holy Land.
Do I know?
Just gotta
Does
see him
that...
slowly put the other flask of oil back in his bag. I'm here in his holy land. I'm just gonna put this away.
I mean, my lady is the queen of forests. But...
Let's raise the holy land in fire. That never goes wrong.
Yeah, because I knew it was holy land up until
there are others. Do I know others? I don't know why I keep going like slightly East Coast, but you know.
Oh yeah.
You can roll a religion check if you want to.
Sure.
If you want to.
No
I can't really say.
Though as you start to since you climbed up to where Shaggy was having issues with the vines, right, to speak with them as Warden does, he like tends to, get down on the level of plants and speak with them quietly. Cute little old man.
Little nothing.
You do notice like inscriptions round and square maze symbols carved into the steps and around on the walls surrounding the staircase.
they wouldn't happen to be anything I recognize from home.
What of the statue with the maze abs?
Yeah. Does it look like the maze?
Yeah, this reminds you a lot of that.
Curious. I believe we are at another puzzle.
Wait, what do you? How much crap have you guys gone through to get here?
How much crap have you
it's
gone through to
like-
get here?
I can't count that high. How many days?
2.
That's a good question. How many days has it been?
Lots.
At least a month.
Yeah.
It's been at least a few weeks.
All right.
Yeah, I think the last time I counted, we were at like 25 or 26 days.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Like I said, a month.
It's been a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you recognize this as a puzzle, what did you do on the last one that you recognized, or that you
Traced.
remind you of?
Traced the path. To be careful.
Keeper,
Yes.
do you feel blessed?
I still have the blessing, but I don't think that will help here. I'm not really certain because I read the spell description and it says it will give you the most direct path, not this most safe.
That's very fair.
How far up are they? Are they like what, a few feet? You said.
Is danger sense working
They've
vines?
gone probably 15 feet or so.
All right. I'll walk up to them and see if I can't see these mazes. The puzzle I don't know about, but the mazes.
You're looking at the inscriptions?
Yeah.
Okay. You see it looks like drawings of mazes and like labyrinths in different shapes and complexities decorating these walls.
Is there any like consistency? Like, is it a looping pattern of a couple different mazes, or are they all just uniform?
Obtau. That's it.
None of them look exactly alike.
Right.
That was the name of the deity. Obtau.
Well, they
Ask it for the best route through to the pillar, to the top.
Is the maze in one side and out the other? Like, is it two ends of like a long maze? I didn't catch that part.
There are different ones, but
Oh.
yeah, they're like none of the like there are labyrinths every several feet, like every 5 feet or so that you can see. There's a different like maze carved there.
I'm so confused by this
The first
description of
one,
things. I'm
Tenor looked
lost.
at and like
I have
focused
no
and
idea which
scratched
one
his
I'm
head and
talking
couldn't
about,
figure it out.
or what it's supposed
Okay.
to look like. Actually,
I guess I could look at that one too.
Okay.
What do you want? An intelligence roll or
Investigation?
investigation? Okay. Probably not that
Okay.
good.
You rolled more than I did. Barely.
So you look at it and focus. You're like trying to find your path through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So as you sit there and focus and scratch your head, it's as the rest is. It's covered in lichen, but like, are you trying to trace what you see, or are you just looking to see if you can find a path through?
I'm trying to see if I can find a path before I stick my
Okay.
finger on it, knowing what we've run into in the past. Yeah.
Sure. It looks like you can see something that might be a path through. It's hard to tell though because there's lichen covering a patch in the middle that like is part of what you think is the path through.
Can I just scrape that off?
Do you want to like scrape across it? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's die.
Sure.
let's do this.
I still have some first level magic.
So you
Her
scrape.
smile makes it a very unnerving fucking question, doesn't it? It's like, oh, you want to do the thing?
I try to get the lichen off. Yep.
Okay, you scrape away the lichen, and after you look at it again, yeah, that's definitely a path through the maze.
Oh, okay.
Really,
I guess I follow that path with my finger because we know that works. At least it
Okay.
did before.
Okay, so you follow a path through the maze, and you like sit there waiting expectantly. And a few seconds later, Warden, you turn around and you notice from the jungle. Remember, you may not have ever actually seen this before. I don't remember that interaction. But a creature about this tall, looks like a small black and white man wearing a mask that looks like the face of a triceratops, right? Pops out of the jungle. He's carrying an orchid, or the creature, you can't tell its gender really. It's carrying an orange and purple orchid in its hand. And you watch it, and it skips, and as it skips behind you, Cube, you notice this, finally. After it makes its way out of the jungle and passes you, it like almost brushes against you, and you go, what? And you see this little creature with an orange and purple flower skip all the way up the stairs with the yellow and purple, or the orange and purple orchid, and then it's gone. It makes it all the way the 50 feet up the things, and like the vines part in front of it, and it skips up to the top, and as it goes by, the vines sort of close in over it again, over the stairs where it was.
Oh.
Sounds like we need a flower.
Have we seen any flowers like that?
Hmm.
Besides the one being carried by a little imp?
Are there any purple and orange flowers at the base of the ziggurat?
Right here, no.
Anywhere that I can see?
I mean, how long do you want to look? And
How
are you
long
just
are
like
we-
looking, you're glancing around at a glance in the
At a
area you are? You don't find any.
Okay.
Why do I want to make a snare trap to catch one of those?
Actually, Warden, don't suppose you are able to figure out where that came from?
Could I? Did I? I would like to track where he came from.
In before magic bullshit.
It's got to balance out somehow.
Yeah, that's exactly how it balances out. The moment we get lost in a magical fog is the moment we have a TPK.
So you're trying to track this creature, right?
Yes.
So you go back to where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
The grass where its feet walked, and the like moss and stuff, looks completely undisturbed. You can't find any tracks.
Womp, 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 womp.
Every time. Every time.
Do you think if we could summon another one, you'd have a chance to grab it? Or is that a no-no? I should probably
It's
know.
typically a no-no. They may look cute, but most creatures like this, they will give us the shaggy, if you know what I mean.
What the hell?
I don't know what you mean, actually.
I'm not sure
You'll
I'm...
find out. You'll find
The
out.
hell? It's not cool.
I am very confused.
Sometimes it's better just to stay that way.
I feel like I'm gonna stay that way a lot if I'm around you guys for an extended period of time.
Yep.
He can be taught. Okay. So, I don't wear armor when I go walking up, but I've got armor in my backpack. Does armor make any difference to the scratchiness of these goddamn thorns?
So you spend some time to don your armor.
To strap on some leather armor.
Right, and you're like trying to cover the areas of your legs, and then you go walking through.
Yeah,
And
see if it still reaches me through leather armor.
sure. The first couple steps don't seem to hurt so badly, but then you walk farther, and you're definitely still getting scratched and bleeding as you walk.
Okay,
Take
so this
another 2 slashing damage for your experiment.
There's
Like,
two.
well, that idea was wonderful, worth a shot.
There's 2 stairways up, right?
Yeah.
What's the other one like? Same thing.
You amble over and take a peek, and it looks the same.
Okay. What about the etchings on the wall? Are they over here as well? Okay.
Okay. So you say a prayer and you take this blue and yellow flower from the vines that are, laced over these steps, and you walk up. The first 10 feet you're just sort of climbing, and then after 10 feet it gets more difficult and you're getting scratched and you start to bleed around the ankles from these thorn vines.
Okay.
Time to burn them.
You can have
No,
free
no, no, no. I know I'm about to get a huge headache for this, but I'm going to detect magic
Okay.
on the vines.
You cast
I didn't think
detect
about licking 'em.
magic. And as you open your eyes after casting your spell, the brightest magics and etchings that you have seen in a long time, if ever, are just like burned into your vision as far up the ziggurat as you look. The vines, the stone itself, the lichen, the trees around here. It's like you're in everything that you can see inside your detect magic range is covered in bright white etchings and symbols and just all kinds of abjuration magic everywhere.
Okay, so everything is protection magic?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, if we would have come here in a level or two, one of us would at least have,
Dispel magic, yeah.
yeah.
Well, off the level.
I mean,
We should have done the red mages first.
I use the animal rock to summon goats to eat all the.
Question: do we know if doing the maze trace again would summon another
Critter.
spirit thing? Has
Do
anyone
you
tried it
know?
a second time to see if it'll go again?
If the question is, do you know? The answer is no.
No.
You don't know.
I've only
I
done
mean,
it
I
once.
can give it a try. I mean, worst case scenario, I get blasted across the edge of the ziggurat and end up dead. It'll be fun. It'll be exciting.
You're a ball of optimism, you know that?
it comes
dark
with
world.
this
I just live in it.
territory.
So it's an investigation check, you said, for this thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is, in fact, a maze.
The maze is
I can tell there's
mystifying.
something there, but it's covered in thorns. It hurts. My fingers.
That's how Shaggy
Jeez.
started his vampire transformation.
I would like to take a few seconds to see if I can detect any portals.
Okay.
Planar butthole time.
Butthole.
Butthole time.
There's your text
Apparently,
for it.
Keeper started going up the stairs.
I'm already up the
Yeah.
stairs.
Yeah, we did that.
You can sense a portal maybe 60 or 80 feet into the jungle. It's small though.
Tiny butthole.
It's a tiny butthole. You found a
Very
tiny
toy.
butthole.
It's a tiny butthole of the forest.
Yeah.
And just the one? Oh, it's the closest planar portal. Okay.
Yep,
Um,
60 or 80 feet into the jungle, like in the direction.
Where
Uh,
the friend came from.
if I okay.
I'm gonna guess solving the maze again doesn't
Can I
do it.
and I'll start walking towards the portal.
I mean, you walk up
You're
to
just
it.
gonna walk off into the jungle?
Out of all the people to walk into the jungle.
Didn't one of you say he just does that?
Yeah.
No.
Doing it.
I don't know, did we?
Sorry,
I
So
didn't
I
hear
don't
what you
you
remember.
said.
totter off into the jungle, and you get to the place where you sense the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Alex,
You
I'd
look
like
at
to
it
solve the
very
puzzle again.
intently with your freaking stupid perception. There might be a shimmer of something there, but like nothing solid. There's nothing you can see there.
Can I stick my hand into it?
Oh,
Okay.
Fisting the
One-handed
player
archer
for-
coming right up.
So you feel around, right, where you assume this portal to be.
Rolling for how many fingers I lose.
And I hate descriptions sometimes. Hang on. Like you're this small planar portal, right? You know what this is because you looked specifically for it.
Yeah.
You like try to put your hand through it, and like it starts to feel numb and look kind of foggy. Your hand as it passes into this sort of shimmering, it feels really cold and tingly, but your hand seems to stay where it feels really weird, like very, very strange. Okay.
Y'all do your shit now.
What's the rest of the party doing?
I'd like to solve the puzzle again, Alex.
Okay,
Can I do the same one again? Probably doesn't do anything.
sure. Roll an investigation check with advantage.
No!
You run your finger along the maze, and like at some point, your finger kind of slips off into this dead end.
Oh,
Nothing happens.
that's good.
Great. Want me to try again? I'm still kind of sitting right next to you, waiting, trying to figure out.
Sure.
All right. Investigation is +3. How do you roll with advantage with commands? You know what? I'm just gonna do it this way.
Or you could make a character.
I know. I'm not gonna do that in the middle of the game. Because
Why not?
You could.
while we're each taking our
Time we
turn,
were
you
fucking
can-
around, you could have done it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have.
Okay, so you find the path that's been rubbed clean by the gnome's finger, and follow it from the beginning of the maze to the end. Warden, you're watching your planar butthole, right?
Yep.
Your little friend's about to come through.
Yeah.
Choo choo.
A 6 or 7 inch tall, black and white sort of ephemeral creature wearing a triceratops mask pops out, flower in hand, and holds it up to you.
Ah, very good, little one. May I? And I take it.
Uh-huh.
And then I kind of strut out of the forest. Aha! Ah,
I want to
beautiful,
see
they
him
were
get
testing
bombed on
us.
his ass.
What?
Nothing. Nothing, old man.
Come on, Hero's getting ready to tackle the next one.
Probably not the best thing to do.
Let us see if we can. Everybody gather around very close. We should try and all make it at once if we can.
I need upsies.
I just like lift him up by the back of his shirt and put him on my shoulder.
Okay.
And my eyebrows just raise up into my hairline watching this, like,
It's like my own personal demon.
You should know.
And so I'll start walking forward. Is everybody coming with?
well, I've already taken some damage. Why not? It'll be fine. It'll be grand.
I guess we're just
The worst that
following.
can happen.
I'm about to get the fucking party killed.
Yup.
Yeah.
So, Warden, you're holding in your hand the stem of an orchid with it's purple and orange and sort of like opened sideways, and it's very pretty. And you have a gnome on your shoulder, and the rest of the party clumped closely with you, and you walk up the stairs. As you walk through, the vines part for you the same way you saw them do for the Chwinga, and you walk.
I'm sorry, the wata?
Chewingo.
Chwinga, it's what it's called.
Winga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think they have some kind of Schwinga club?
Wow.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
The rest of the party, the vines are still difficult for y'all to walk on. Like they're opening right as like where Warden's foot is going to go. They move out of the way, and then they close back in after his foot is lifted.
Got it. So,
and after 10 feet, the thorns are back. Warden still walks without any trouble up, and like the vines open in front of his feet and close
Warden,
behind his feet.
We're
And he
getting
just
killed
keeps...
back here.
Hold on, one moment. I have a plan. It's gonna take a few minutes.
You just send me back down with the flower. Another person gives me a ride back up.
I was gonna
Until
do the
everyone's
opposite.
up
Where
here.
I give everybody else a ride.
Oh,
Except for maybe Keeper. Keeper's okay. No, I think your plan might be better. It's worth a try. We should see if
You're
someone
gonna
can go back down with one.
The gnome 50 feet down some stairs.
No, I'm gonna carry
no,
the
he's
flower
gonna.
down.
I'm gonna go all the way up. I'm gonna give him the flower and have him go back.
Okay. So you're standing at the top of the stairs, and you hand the flower to Finkelknob, and he walks back down, and the same song and dance with the parting of all the thorns and vines and everything, and them closing back. He walks down, no trouble at all. Around you, you feel the vines grow next to you as you stand there with no flower, and sort of menace at you. What do you do?
That's not good.
I'm playing the maze because we need more flowers.
Hey, Pamela. How's it going? How's the morning? The day? I don't know.
So you play the maze. You put your finger along the same path that has been opened before you. The same Triceratops masked creature pops out of the jungle, empty-handed, and looks at you, like with his head cocked.
You going to bed?
Oh, I was onto the right thing. There is a.
What if
There's
only
only
one
one.
person can go see the Guardian at a time?
Oh,
Oh no.
Is that true?
Well, we found its sheet already, so.
So it's
All right.
standing there, tipping its head back and forth at you.
No flower?
It points.
Just the one.
It points into the forest when you say just the one.
Can I get it to show me the way?
Thanks for the sub. I'm
It
awake.
tilts its head and looks at you and
A round of applause.
And then it crosses its legs and sits down in like a tailor's seat and rests.
Okay, look,
its
my
little
flail
head on
is
its
nowhere
hands.
near as good as Diashan's, so that's what you
I
get,
offer
guys.
it.
Into the jungle.
I start making motions like I'm gonna offer to carry it to show me.
We just need to do what we learned from
Honestly, right now, I'm very lost too.
I get
I don't
up
really
and-
know what's going on.
Adventure
I know we're trying to get up some stairs,
Guys, there's multiple
but
mazes.
other
right?
than the ziggurat, kind of lost.
But there's only one flower.
But the good thing is,
Maybe there's only one flower
everybody else
per
knows where we're
maze.
going, so it's all working out.
Did you do a different one or the same one?
Also, Jill's is great at storytelling, and us collaborating is
I didn't say
beautiful.
which one I did, so should I try a different one? Actually, yeah, fuck it. Let's try a
I'm gonna
different
guess
one.
this is a one
I
at a
don't
time
see
thing.
how it would hurt.
Oh, nope.
That's how it hurt. It got worse.
Mazes are confusing. There's no zappy or anything. You just don't successfully complete one.
Okay. I follow the direction that the little dude's finger pointed.
Okay.
I have nothing better to do while she goes off and follows the little imp.
Honestly, same. Like, let's just start trying these mazes.
I don't know
would
what
like
I'm doing.
to try and convince the vines to stop.
So I
You
look
wanna
over
try
at
and convince the vines
I
to
think
stop.
about, but I'm
How
like,
so?
you might want to save him because those things fucking hurt.
I was gonna say, do I
Uh,
notice as soon as I start to leave?
Oh,
they
with your
start to
perception,
curfew?
yeah, you notice.
Okay. Then I go back to him because I don't want him to be like consumed by vines.
Okay.
I saw that in a movie once. It was real bad.
Do not seem to. They're not as friendly as I'm used to.
So when either one of you is like only one of you is standing.
Yes,
with
I
the
am
flower,
referring to
and you're
Evil
standing
Dead.
next to each
And
other,
those vines
like,
got a hold
the
of that
vines
woman.
start to cover your feet,
Yikes.
and
Oh.
like
Upsy time.
Yep. Back up on the shoulder. I'll grab the flower because I'm assuming I have to be holding it.
okay. And as soon as you're holding her and your feet are on the ground, they open with space for your feet again.
This is just a ploy for upsies.
You should definitely try it. I mean,
this one.
you can't be any worse than steak. So you're probably at the same thing as steak. So it's not a big
trying
deal.
to
And that's the thing, is when you got really good friends, every mistake is funny.
So you're looking
No
at
matter
the
what
second
you
level
do,
now,
every
right?
damn mistake
Yeah.
is funny as
Okay,
hell,
so
and you want to
this
keep
set of
doing them.
stairs is shorter,
And the surprise things
but
are
it's like
always a great surprise.
crumbly
always
with age
entertaining.
and sort of decayed.
You also get to see how weird people are. Look, I like chucking steak
Otherwise,
off of high places and dropping him into fires.
Touched.
It's just a thing I do.
I mean, there is some lichen and some like ground cover, like some ivy or something, but it's not the same sort of thicket of thorny, harsh vines.
Hello, vines. Are you friendlier than your brethren behind us?
Vines.
The leaves of the ivy, but there wasn't a breeze. It's weird.
I'll take that as a maybe.
Okay, so Keeper, you're looking around in the forest.
Yep.
Okay.
That's fine if you
roll
lurk.
me a
I don't
nature
mind
check.
lurkers. I like lurkers. I like lurkers and talkers
Wait, so we've got
and all sorts
two
of things.
people up
So
on top
lurk
of the
or
second
talk,
level of
do mix,
Ziggurat, one
do
in the
more
middle
of the other,
jungle.
do more of the other.
rest of us just
Whatever,
kinda showing
whatever
face.
floats your boat, whatever tickles your pickle,
That's how we
whatever
get new character spims.
beats your bongos. No, that's a
So-
bad one.
You're still traipsing around in
Nope,
the
I'm
jungle.
just gonna stop at the
looking
ones that I
for
got,
Flowers.
'cause
You don't
they're getting
immediately
worse.
see anything useful.
Okay.
Your friend stayed sitting cross-legged
Yes, whatever
I figured
polishes
as
your
much.
pole.
next to the planar bungus.
Oh, wait, what?
You should definitely do that.
The
But also listening
the
to
little
us is
planar butthole.
some
that
of very
pins-
entertaining things, because
So
we
you called him
get
out
into
again.
some really stupid
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I
Oh.
was looking for.
Right. Okay. So you called the guy out again. He's like, "What?" Right? He's like, and you're like, "No flower?" And he's like, points at Warden, and you're like, "But more flowers?" And it points into the jungle, and then sits there scratching its face, and it's still sitting there at the edge of the jungle, just sort of reclining. Yeah.
Does anyone have a locate object spell?
Isn't that third level?
Isn't that? Yeah, I think that's a little bit higher level.
That's also third level.
Okay. So, you and Warden, you're looking at these this next flight of stairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you notice that it's in disrepair. It's like gravelly.
Yeah.
Okay. And you want to try to climb it?
Yep.
Okay.
We're still technically in the jungle, right?
Yeah.
I'm immune to difficult terrain.
Okay.
Can I aid?
So you start climbing, right?
Mhm.
And as you start climbing, it goes from being rocky to being gravel to being like sand that your feet sink into.
Oh, like they keep sinking?
Like the farther you walk, the deeper your feet have gone into the stairs. Are there even stairs under there? It's difficult to tell now. You know, and after
On the
10
right side,
feet
I
or
live.
so, you're up to your knees in rocky, sandy shit. Like that you're walking and sinking.
And we still have puzzles, right? Like on the walls?
I mean, this is our stream, so like, yeah.
Can I
It's
try
puzzle
and...
time.
Yeah, can I...
Also, who's we?
I'll
Like
stop
you
walking
and, you and
first,
Ninja, or
obviously.
you and someone else?
I'd like to try and solve one while I'm standing there.
I'm playing a
Okay.
turtle, which is basically a
you're standing
giant
there,
turtle. So
like
like,
knee deep in
this is what a turtle looks like.
sandy, rocky gravel stuff that at one point was probably a staircase that is decayed or something.
So these are examples
and
of
you
turtles.
reach over and try to
So
run your
like,
finger and you're concentrating on this maze, trying to solve it. Give me an
instead
investigation
of
check.
it being like, oh, there's a like turtle soup. It's
Can
a
I aid?
human,
Oh,
Oh,
Human
you
soup.
don't need it.
yeah.
or in this case,
I'm just
there's a human
distracting.
in
I'm
my
like,
suit.
no, go that. Oh, you're right. Never mind.
So
Yeah,
you
no, keep going.
focus- You focus and you
Those
make your
got
way
chicken
through
on its back, and I
maze
can't
you're
imagine why.
concentrating on it super hard, and you make it through. Like, and Finkelknob is looking, and he's like, "Whoa, that was whoa!" And you guys are both staring at the maze, and then suddenly behind you, Warden at like knee level, you feel a whoosh, and something walks by, and you see a short little man, right? About like so, wearing a mask that's
Fee.
carved to look like the face of a chameleon,
Come on,
and it's carrying an orange and purple orchid and a red parrot feather, and it skips up to the top of the next set of
Yeah, Rob and I are chilling.
stairs.
Okay.
And
Okay.
let's go.
I was a little confused. Like,
Okay, we're going back down.
Okay.
it was a real bad joke. Also,
Time to
trying
catch a
to
parrot.
figure that out, I wrote it and then I saved it, and I was like, I can't think of a good way to, good short way to make this work. So I just left. There's a human in my soup. Soup, 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 soup.
I'll make a trap.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
when,
go
when we
with.
get back down to the bottom, I'm back in the bird catching pose.
Well,
Okay,
it would have to be Daishan's character, Scooby.
Were you asking a question, Hobble, or are you talking
Check.
to chat? Okay.
Ew, no, Steak is a tiefling,
At this point,
so it would
after
have to
they've
be
spent this
Daishan's
time
character,
climbing and stuff,
Shaggy,
Keeper,
who's in my soup. I'm
roll me
eating
a second
Shaggy
nature
soup.
check.
It's
You're
not
still
gonna matter.
traipsing around in the jungle looking for orchids. Yeah, you're having trouble
Finkelknob.
finding them. Did you
You
get
would
with
think that.
Shaggy? You said
didn't.
something about. Oh no, you were trying to solve mazes.
Yep, they said they were coming back down.
Okay.
But I have an idea.
Okay. Tell me about this.
Finkelknob. First night that he licked his magic stone,
Uh-huh.
he brought out some boars, told them to go get meat. Is there anything smart enough to go get more pink orchids?
One,
Mm,
The
he
little
never
shrimp.
told us about that.
he was
I
away.
was there.
Oh,
That's why I'm able to have this conversation. I watched them bring back the meat. It was terrifying. Not gonna lie.
And
Murder
delicious.
boars.
Borvor.
Could
But you
be
get what I
bad.
mean.
Thank you, Pims. I was thinking that, and I couldn't figure out how to get that out of my head.
I feel like that might be cheating.
Vorbors?
Does it
It works with truffles.
matter the source of the flowers? They may literally be in a patch like 300 feet that way, and we just don't know.
Has anyone actually noticed Keeper's not around yet?
Where's Keeper?
Where'd the fun go?
Is he keeping away?
I don't know how to track. Keeper!
Do I hear them or?
You've walked some distance by now. It depends how loud they're screaming and how much you're listening. You're kind of focusing on flowers, so maybe not. Roll perception, I guess.
Oh no, Shaggy's eating our souls.
The hell is wrong
Yeah.
with you people?
You hear after they've been calling a couple of times. You hear distantly, "Fawn!"
I yell out, "Not now! I'm busy!"
Oh.
Oh.
You know what? I'm obviously going to leave her alone because it sounds like she's obviously estoy pooping.
Yeah, I kind of agree with him. That kind of sounds like what he's doing.
And so I feel bad.
So I'm just gonna back off his will.
Yeah,
Estoy
estoy pooping. Just you do you. It's fine. I mean, I haven't actually seen it happen up to this point, so it was probably due.
It's probably due twice.
But think up. Come on, flowers.
Hmm.
Does anyone
we
know
need
an animal that
parrots,
can
too.
find flowers and isn't colorblind?
So, Warden is like this.
Hang on.
You're just standing like that?
Yeah.
Warden, that didn't
Any
work
sort of
last time you
Bait
tried.
or any sort of call? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Is he okay? I feel like I've
He's,
asked this a couple of times, but is he okay?
He's trying to be a Disney princess. It'll be fine.
Did
It won't work, but it'll be fine. It'll keep him entertained for a little bit.
How long's a little bit?
Just a little bit.
Depends on how bored he feels.
Warden has fallen asleep standing up.
I want to pick one of the flowers, the whatever color ones that are around the base, and
Okay.
see what happens if I go near the.
Keeper tried that
I
first.
tried that.
Oh, sorry. Then never mind. Go back in my shell. Oh, another nat 20 minus 2.
You find a patch of the purple and orange orchids after about 30 minutes of searching in the jungle.
Okay. I
There we go.
am going to pick a bunch of them.
Okay.
Enough for everyone.
Okay.
Minus.
Okay.
Who needs extras?
What if we meet
Okay.
another friend hanging from a tree?
Yeah, I gotta get my vaccine here somehow, guys. Come on.
I guess I won't be eating a flower after all.
Not yet.
Also, there's a third level we haven't even figured out how to get past yet.
Do we hear
That's what the net's for that I'm making.
parrots?
Can I do that, by the way?
You hear parrots. There are monkey and bird noises in the jungle
Okay.
in this area.
I'm going to come back
Uh-huh.
with the flowers with one braided in my hair.
Okay.
I forgot I can talk to small animals.
You can, it's true.
Do I speak parrot?
You can talk to small animals. They're a small animal.
Hell yes. Out of my rations, is there anything that they would eat?
Yeah, there's like probably some fruit and nuts and stuff. That's like perfect for parrots.
Sure.
Like dried fruit and nuts is like fucking paradise.
I'm gonna
Paradise?
stand.
I was
I'm gonna
thinking it
stand
too.
near. I'm gonna stand near Warden
Mhm.
with a bunch of like nuts and dried fruit in my
Mhm.
hand. and just hold them out under his hand where he's doing the.
Okay.
See if we can get them to perch.
Okay.
They're gonna poop on him.
Roll animal handling with advantage.
Sweet.
The primary advantage.
Oh, no!
being the fact you don't have a
I
die.
gave you advantage.
God for advantage.
I just see red. I'm like, oh.
Wait, what do you mean I tried to feed a parrot ball bearing?
You feed them chocolate, that kills them.
We'd have so many feathers, though.
3 or 4 minutes of standing there, and like you're like making little parrot noises in response to the birds in the area, right? And like after a while, like 3 parrots come flying out of the jungle and perch on a tree at the edge. And a green one with a yellow nape sweeps out and perches on Warden's finger and starts to peck at the food and like caw at you and like look at you kind of quizzically.
Wrong color.
Oh.
It's like
But very Disney princess of you. Very Disney princess. I'm very proud of you.
it's
I'm
like
sure you'll get a call.
looking
Because of
and-
the height difference, I'm like.
Yeah, you are.
Like some kind of weird art placement for
I feel like
birds.
Warden, after seeing you go like this, would have probably brought his hand
Yeah.
down because he's not an unkind asshat.
Yeah.
He's a little weird. He's not mean.
I mean, we don't know that non-red ones won't work.
We know blue flowers won't work with the purple and orange ones.
That's
so-
true.
So it's like chattering, and sorry, is your speak with small animals like a daily casting spell sort of situation, or can you just like straight up understand?
Through sounds and gestures, you can communicate simple ideas with small or smaller beasts. Forest gnomes love animals and often keep blah 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 blah.
Okay, so it's
It's just an anytime
chirping and eating and yeah,
Yep.
it's making happy bird. It seems to be saying, "Ooh, food," and like
I
eating.
give it a little bit of food,
Okay.
and then ask if it has a red friend. Would it understand red? Do I have anything that's red on me?
Probably some berries.
Probably berries. Yep.
Raspberries.
Point at its feathers and then point at the color of the berries.
Okay.
See if you
And
can figure it out.
It looks and it looks at you and it like picks up its little foot like.
So the
and
joy of
starts
D&D, you go
picking
from
at its
talking
feathers.
about stairs to mazes to
And then it-
poop
Call!
jokes, and then
And one of the birds that has been
to
perched
talking
right
parrots
on the
that really like food.
edge of the jungle after this one came out swoops down, and its body is mostly green, but its feathers are red and blue. Like its wing feathers are red and blue,
Gotcha.
and it swoops down and it chirps at the other one and something about berries, and it's like they're making happy noises about food, and it says something, it like gestures at the berries and then gestures at the one with the red and blue wings, and the one with the red and blue wings puffs his chest out and flies over to your hands full of fruit and like picks up in its feet some more and like lands on a nearby branch and starts like eating some of the food that you had that it has in its little, and it's just eating, and it looks all proud of itself.
Okay.
It's looking at you and it's eating and it's looking at you and thinking, this is a weird day.
Can I ask it in Sylvan if we may have?
Can you not go get
better?
chips? Where's your chips?
It
Why
looks
not
at
go
you
get
and it
chips?
chirps.
Chips are great.
You don't understand it,
Oh,
Mac, so
Ninja,
it
you've got the
chirps
little,
like
got the little,
what must be sentences.
little
right?
gift box.
Mhm.
It's cute.
And
I
then
get up more food.
All of a
This is
sudden,
how you speak with
feathers
animals.
raining.
it like leans down and like is like reaching and like picking at its. Have you ever seen birds like pick clean
Mhm.
themselves and take a bath and pick at themselves. So he's like picking and like pulls out one red and blue feather and holds it out and drops it on the ground, and then goes to the other side and like picks it some more and drops another one on the ground. And-
That's actually kind
Oh!
of cute.
I know. I just never seen it before.
Thank you.
Because I don't think I think
Cube
since
used to.
last
Cube's
year
parents used to have a
that thing
parrot
got
that
instated, so it was.
worried away at the feathers on his chest
Yeah.
and kind of made himself bald.
It's
So-
bald patches. It was kind of sad. Anyways,
So it picks out a couple of feathers and drops them on the ground in front of you,
that's a
And-
start.
and like makes
Maybe you should go give food, Bama-lama-lam. It sounds like
and
you're
you
hungry,
continue to
Pamela.
look at it,
Look.
and he looks at his friend and goes, "Call!" And his
Can you
friend looks
believe
at
this
him,
shit?
His friend
Also,
looks at him
Jill's
and like
doing weird,
does a
like,
bird wing shrug
strung macaw sounds. It's great.
and like points with his wing and goes
Ooh,
"Caw!"
Brownie.
and then keeps eating the food that he was given. Right?
It's a living.
Oof.
He like starts looking around and like he fluffs out his tail feathers and then he looks at his friend and looks at his tail feathers and goes he takes a long
That sounds so good.
and like shakes his head a bunch and then goes to his friend and goes peep and his friend goes around behind him and like sort of flutters and like he's like going up and down in the air, like not really holding steady and like going up and down in the air, and he like goes peep and he grabs a beak full of the guy's tail, right? And yanks.
Oh. He can have all the food now.
Am I-
Yeah.
Am I back by this point?
Yeah.
You come back to this.
Yeah, you come back in the middle of this peeping and cawing and food eating and
How
then
late in the day is it?
after lunchtime, but still in the light of day. Like the sun is high above you.
Okay. Ah, man, I wish I had the druid like Goodberry, because I would. That can't be fun, so. Look,
Yeah,
this is
I'm-
what happens when you have a cleric and a ranger that are both nature deity.
Yeah, I'm good with parting with a full day's rations for this.
Yep.
So, like looking slightly dejected, right? Because like his plume of tail feathers is now half the size of what it was. But there's like a pile of 6 or 7 feathers now on the ground in the center.
Perfect.
He looks like a little bit, he was all like, "You needed me. I'm big and tough. What can I do for you?" And now he's like, and he just like is sort of worriedly eating nuts and fruit.
I
Okay.
will.
And you hear guffawing crows from in the forest, right? From the birds that have now lined up along the trees.
This is the weirdest Disney movie I've ever seen.
So you guys give him a bunch of and his friend a bunch of nuts and seeds and fruit, and he looks a little bit more encouraged.
Mhm. I fawn over it and Sylvan.
No,
Fuma?
he kind of puffs out his
Fuma
chest again and does the the bird like
Fuma.
bend
It's
over
Fuma.
and like yeah.
It's Fuma.
But and there's like
Fear of
a
missing
there's
out.
like a
Okay.
string peeping.
It wasn't
and then,
something
like,
that I forgot.
guffaws from the trees, and then like several
Also, what's a
thrilled
Tim Tam?
peeps from the one that gave you his tail feathers, like scolding the ones in the trees.
Aw.
And then
And
after it's gotten its pets, it like looks at you as if, and like starts to fluff up its wings as if to leave. The other one takes the little bag of food and seed that it's been offered with it, and they vacate the premises, leaving you a pile of bird feathers.
There we go.
and I will start handing
It's like an
flowers.
adventure game puzzle.
I will start handing flowers out to people.
Finkelnub can have inspiration if you don't have any currently for that.
Nice.
Nailed it.
So everybody's got flowers now, and there are
And
feathers
feathers.
plenty. Yeah.
Shall we go test this
I've already
out?
been bloodied up like a mofo trying to climb these stairs, so I'm gonna let someone else go first.
Sure.
Understandable.
Did we decide that I could turn my hempen rope into a net?
Yeah, you can have
Okay.
that.
Okay, sweet.
Nice.
Seems like the sort of thing that you would have the skill to create.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wow.
So, the first
Those
set of
sound
stairs.
great.
All of you
Those
who
look
are
great.
carrying flowers have the same thing that happened to Warden the first time happen. Like the vines separating in the places that you want to put your feet, and then closing behind you.
They're seductive.
Okay.
No one takes any damage.
So now that we're up at the new spot, feathers.
Mhm.
What happens?
You're gonna climb them.
Yes.
Climb this. Okay. So they're still like kind of gravelly, but
Mhm.
instead of sinking under your feet, they're solid, and you can just jump up them. Like you can climb them carefully. It's
Yeah.
not as difficult as even like climbing the first half of those stairs was that were covered in vines. That first 10 feet or so, you just walk right up.
Gotcha. Normal sand, not quicksand. Got it.
Is there a third set?
Yeah, sure there is.
So this set of stairs is 20 feet long and only rises 12 feet instead of the 20 or so that the last set did. The
Does it
stairs
not
are
make me feel good?
the stairs are in perfect conditions. Like they look
These
almost
are
new, which is weird. But
I mean,
carrot
not
cake
really.
Oreos.
People
I
can
do
get
not
the
trust
first
milk
couple
with
wear 'em
this.
down.
there are swarms of snakes slithering over these.
Of course, there's snakes. Why wouldn't there be snakes? There's always snakes.
I do a puzzle. I look very unimpressed, and then I do a puzzle.
Okay.
Of course, it's investigation. Yes.
How big are the snakes?
They're like regular size, like
Ooh.
Not a
3
fan
feet
of
long
carrot cake.
snakes. You trace with your finger, right,
Mm-hmm.
through a maze, and behind you, from whence you were not looking,
Grab him.
appears
This is
a
true.
third Chwinga,
If you don't get it
with
made right
a mask that
or
looks like a
specify,
mongoose, right?
you get real
It's
sweet.
carrying a red
Carrot
parrot
cake.
feather and
Yeah.
an orange and purple orchid.
Actually, when I think about it, I
At
can
the
only
bottom
eat small
step,
amounts of it too.
the
'cause of that.
Chwinga takes the orchid and whacks the snake, one of the snakes near the bottom, with the flower. Then it takes the feather and it whacks it, right, and the snake goes, and then it takes the feather and strokes it, right.
Oh, snake chair. Okay, yep.
Then the snake calms down. Then the Chwinga lies